Welcome to my class. My name is Mark Corbeil. I'll be your instructor for the college algebra. The section number is 13, 14, 15, 15. That's going to be online. Here is the syllabus. I'm just going to go over it real quick. The textbook is an OpenStax textbook paired with My Open Math. Both are free, so that's great. The course ID is written in the syllabus 293261 and the enrollment key 1314. So you go to that My Open Math, you get in there, and that's how you move around in the course. That is going to give you a window that looks like this. It'll see, just verify it's my name, and then you just get in there. The homeworks are listed on a calendar, and they have due dates each week. You work through the homeworks each week and you do the unit exam at the end. So the first due date is actually this week. It's 8/31, just factoring. And the way you do the homework is you just click on the homework. There's a factoring review, there's outline notes that you can use, so you can watch the video first or look at the book, or just that's the way you're going to work through the course. Homework 2 is due in the second week, the same thing, first week, sorry, 8/31. The third homework will be the week after, 9/7. So you could follow that each week and work on that and keep working through the course until the first exam, which is Monday the 22nd of September, which is listed there. Go back here. In the syllabus you can see all of that stuff. The major outcomes are here, just getting you through the algebra. Emailing, the best way to contact me is through email. A lot of you have done that already. That's great. Just email me and I'll try to get back to you around 24 hours. Usually really much earlier than that. The evaluation is pretty straightforward. Homework is 20%, the exams are 60%, the final is 20%. Okay? All of these assessments are in My Open Math, so you can use My Open Math as you go. You will not see the final exam released yet. It will be released, and a lot of the tests actually only get released at certain dates. So for now, you only see the first tests that are released, and as we go in, you can get ahead. You don't have to follow the schedule except for making the due date. So you can do things earlier on the schedule rather than later. The expectations, you're going to be using a lockdown browser. The hookup for that is through the course. So if you go to the D2L, you'll see the course. You'll see the quick access links. You have to click on these to get into the exams and get My Lockdown Browser to work, and that's what you're going to do for each one of these, for each of the quizzes, and then finally for the final exam. If you want, you don't have to. You may submit handwritten work. You can submit it up here, and I'll look at that, but that is not necessary. I'm not usually going in there to look at the handwritten work. That's just if you want to submit extra handwritten work, or you feel that a question wasn't worded properly or something, you can include that in your handwritten work. Usually I'll be just looking at the test results directly. The lockdown browser will tell me when there's a problem, so if you're following these rules about lockdown browser, you shouldn't have any issues. If there are any issues that lockdown browser identifies for me, I will go in and look at those videos and make those changes, and maybe having to contact you. Make sure you place your camera properly so I can see, the best placement is being able to see your desk, being able to see your work, being able to see what's going on in the room. May require a full tilt of the room, so be prepared for that, to be able to move your camera around 360, that sort of thing, and it needs to be quiet, obviously. The instructions for that are here. That's pretty clear. You're allowed to use a calculator and encourage a TI-84 SE as the go-to calculator. It's got all the things you need. It's got a little bit of graphing, a little bit of solving. It's easy to use, easy to play with. It's a perfect calculator for the course. You'll need something to write with and some note paper. That's acceptable. You could also use a whiteboard, which has been very popular. So you can use one of these whiteboards you can get from Amazon for $9 or $10 and write on that with a dry erase marker. That also works as well. No spirals or folders. Make sure it's just blank paper, blank sheets. You can use a writing pad if you want, as long as you can flip through it. And you can have one page of notes, one cheat sheet. Okay. The cheat sheet cannot have solved problems on it, but it can have formulas. It can have stuff like that. But just make sure you don't have solved problems on the cheat sheet. Not that it would help you, but please don't put that on your cheat sheet. We expect academic integrity. The work you submit needs to be your own work. So when you're doing the test, you can't use any AIs or chats or anything like that. You can't use your phone for that. You shouldn't have your phone anywhere near you during the test anyways. It needs to be coming from you. If you want to use your calculator, that's fine, but apart from that, you can't use your phone as a calculator. You should keep all your notes and stuff out of the way. Make sure you don't have any other websites open, just the ones that you're using. Turn off your emails, everything else, all the other file folders. Just have your D2L link to Respondus and your MyOpenMath link so you can do the assessment. So you can keep reading on that. There's more stuff there. An important thing about this course, there is a withdrawal date. The last day to withdraw is November 10th. That's to withdraw with the W, so just keep that in mind. There's also a drop statement you want to look at. We have all these links for FERPA, Title IX, academic integrity, academic appeals. All that is pretty standard stuff. All those links are linked to either our policies for Lone Star College or the North Harris Math Syllabus Information and Resources as a way to contact our Science Dean and Math Chair, course resources, tutoring, videos, full-time faculty, and adjunct faculty list. We also have a Math Achievement Center. It also has a link, an online portal of some sort. That's always possible. The last thing is that I'm available for consulting and help and tutoring as you go through my through WebEx. If you want, you can email me and we can make an appointment with WebEx. It's not going to be a huge amount of time, but it is available. I usually can do Monday nights. So if you have a clear question or some problems, you can contact me through WebEx. Otherwise, if you need some more substantial support and help and you want some one-on-one, you can try the Mac Center. That's linked at the end of the syllabus. Again, welcome to the class. If you have any questions, contact me by email and go to it and have fun.